Third and final race for the Suzuki Swift Sport Cup from a now sodden Teretonga Park Raceway, and it's a full reverse grid based off the results from the first two races of the weekend. Also countering in the fact the first race of the weekend was that double points mini enduro. So we'll keep you up to date there. Daniel Leenberg, who had got into some dramas in race 2, will start off the front row alongside Jamie Gaskin, who had some issues in race number 1. Ben Eriksson, who won the second race off the second row. So the likes of Dane Fisher, Grant Ryan, Mark Spring, Mike Turley starting from towards the back, and a couple of drivers, Ryan Bailey carrying some penalties, the likes of Mark Gibson and Tom Barker, who got a penalty in race number 2 for the assist on Sean Lawrence, starting right back at the tail of this field.
Yeah, those boys have got some work to do in this race, but this is, again, all known quantities for these kids, because most of them haven't done a lot of car racing, and they're chucked into a pretty wet track for the first time.
So there's a couple of the faster drivers here that are going to sort of be near the pointy end with the reverse grid, and Jamie Gaskin is one of those cars as Amy Vincent goes around in the Dodson Suzuki. No one manages to make contact as they go past, so Amy's going to rejoin at the tail of the field. So the equation for the round with the double points first race is that Dane Fisher leads on 2:17, Grant Ryan second on 1:94, Mark Spring third on 1:44, Mike Turley fourth on 1:22. As we look at the peak antifreeze replay, just running a little bit wide there, Ryan, and there's a lot of marbles and debris on the off the racing line.
Yeah, it's bad enough that it's wet, but obviously the marbles and everything on the outside of the track doesn't help.
34, Rob Gibson making the pass on Daniel Leenberg. Sam Barry's going to also get the inside run and move up a position. So it's Jamie Gaskin, who went into the weekend 4th in the points, had a DNF in race number 1. Up into second now is Rob Gibson. He's been a little bit in the wars this weekend as well, with Sam Barry slotting into that 3rd position. So the championship's really changed as well. Mike Turley went into the round with the championship lead, 42 points ahead of AJ Lauder, but as it stands right now, Dane Fisher is at the top of the championship ahead of Turley by just 9 points, with Grant Ryan in 3rd. AJ Lauder's gone from 2nd to 4th, Mark Spring in 5th, and young Rex McCutcheon up into the 6th position. We'll know more about that as this race concludes, but certainly Dane Fisher in the box seat, but he's got a lot of work to do and currently scored in the 12th position, trying to work his way forward in just 12 laps here for the finale.
Yeah, and Mark Springs had a good start, starting towards the back of the grid, now up to 7th as well, so he's definitely got his head down and making good inroads on the front of the field.
So Dane Fisher has 23-point advantage over Grant Ryan for the round honours. Grant's had a pretty solid weekend with a 3rd place finish in race 2 and a 2nd place finish in race number 1, which is arguably got to be one of the most eventful races of the entire championship of any of the classes, as Ryan makes up another spot here up the inside of Leenberg. Sean Lawrence following him through.
Oh, Rex McCutcheon.
McCutcheon's gone off at turn 7, and that's into one of the gravel traps. He doesn't just about buried the right side of the Mondial Freight Suzuki.
Yeah, and if he can't get this out, there could be a safety car.
I don't think that would have been surprising. So here is the peak antifreeze replay. He's just got it wrong, running it a little bit deep off the racing line. Pitched it sideways into the gravel trap. So Jamie Gaskin in the LG Suzuki, looking for his first ever race win in Suzuki Swift Sport Cup as Ben Eriksson drifts. Look at the standing water on the inside of the circuit. He can't even get it back up onto the racetrack. Has he maybe broken something in the steering?
Yeah, he had the right-hand side of wheel pointing in towards the car, so
may have broken a steering arm with some contact. So the race 2 winner, is he trying to come back on track? He may have just been trying to steer the thing back onto the track, but how much water has built up here in literally 15 minutes? It's insane.
I guess the camber of the road, you know, with the water falling on the track and the rain just kind of washing to the inside, makes it very hard.
Well, we've had 4 different winners over the championship for the 10-11 season. 4th season of Suzuki Swift Sport Cup. Mike Turley, Dane Fisher, Grant Ryan and Ben Eriksson, first of the rookies to win this year. So Jamie Gaskin looking to be the 5th name on that list and the 2nd of the rookies. AJ Lauder, though, this is a big return for him, out of 2nd in the points back to 4th.
Yeah, and Sam Barry sitting there in 2nd in the 71. I haven't heard much from Sam this weekend. He's got a bit of a speedway background, so I'm saying that the water on the track would probably suit his driving style.
Yeah, he's raced youth mini stocks and also raced in a youth mini class up in the UK. So Barry's got around Gibson. for the second position. That's Rob Gibson in the second of the Gibson Motorsport team cars. Oh, there he's got up. I just thought there, I wasn't going to say anything. It looked like he'd got sideways at the front. And Gaskin, the race leader's gone around. So Rob Gibson now finds himself in the race lead. These conditions are just getting worse. Now, can Sam Barry get out of the gravel? That is the classic commentator's curse if ever I've heard it, Ryan. We weren't talking about Gaskin, he went off, but we were certainly talking about Sam Barry. Sorry, Sam. So Rob Gibson now through to the front, chased by AJ Lauder. This is really going to help AJ's championship campaign.
And Mark Spring up to 5th.
Right, we're hearing the call that the safety car will be needed to extract Sam Barry out of the gravel on lap 4 of 12 for the Suzuki Swift Sport Cup finale here from Teretonga Park Raceway.